The sun burned high above Southern California, gleaming off the glass and chrome of the Hawthorne Elite Shooting Ranhea facility, known less for its training and more for its curated exclusivity. Here, marksmanship was a privilege of bloodlines, connections, and six-figure memberships. It wasn't just a range. It was a cathedral built to worship the accuracy of the few. And today, into this sanctified space walked a stranger. Her name was Rowan Hale. She wore a faded military green jacket that had clearly seen better decades, paired with jeans frayed at the knees and boots that had once been tan but now bore the weary dust of stories untold. Slung over her shoulder was an M1 Garand rifle, its walnut stock worn smooth like sea glass, its very presence on the premises akin to a relic strolling into a museum of modernity. At the front reception desk, a man named Derek eyed her with barely veiled condescension. His navy polo was pressed crisp, hair slicked with too much gel, a silver badge pinned at the breast reading Senior Coordinator. He didn't smile. VIP lanes don't allow the lost and confused, he said with a smirk, not even asking for her credentials. His eyes skimmed her clothes with the same disdain one might reserve for a broken vending machine. From behind him, a voice rosy a young man draped in an obnoxiously bright tracksuit, his watch glinting under the fluorescent lights. "They letting in janitors now?" he laughed. "What's next, free lunch?" A wave of chuckles followed, but Rowan said nothing. Instead, she reached into the inside pocket of her jacket and produced a weathered card unassuming but unmistakable. The laminated VIP pass bore the emblem of the United States Special Operations and an embedded clearance chip. Derek took it with a scoff, swiped it half-heartedly and froze as the scanner blinked green. He blinked again. The screen pulsed. Access verified guest of General Cole Mathis. Rowan said nothing. She walked past the stunned receptionist and into the lounge, her boots quiet on the black marble floors, her face unreadable. Behind her, phones began to glow. Screens lit up with photos, videos, captions forming faster than judgment. Who let that in? VIP mistake homeless at the range? She felt them staring. She always did. Inside, the shooting range pulsed with wealth. Rich mahogany and burnished brass, leather chairs, and digital scoreboards that tracked every tenth of a point. The clients were children of senators, legacy athletes, venture capital elites. They weren't just members, they were curated. Rowan walked through it all, the weight of their judgment pressing like humidity. She approached her assigned lane 8 and rested her rifle on the platform. Her hands steady, her mind focused. Then came the voice icy and melodic from the lounge. "You sure you're in the right place, sweetheart?" Rowan turned to see a blonde woman with designer shades propped on her head and a rifle worth more than most homes in East Los Angeles. Her name was Celeste Armitage, a competitive sharpshooter and influencer whose presence in the building usually meant 3,000 live viewers. Today, that feed was aimed at Rowan. "This isn't a thrift store cosplay contest," Celeste laughed, adjusting her optics. "This is where the real shooters play." Laughter rippled. Rowan heard every word. She just kept loading her rifle. Another voice chimed in as one male, smug, dangerous. "If you beat me, I'll leave the range for good," the man said. Rowan looked up. Ethan Maddox, the range's golden boy, heir to a munitions fortune, cover of Precision Fire Weekly, and more arrogance than most could afford. "But if I win," he added, "you walk. You don't belong here." A hush fell. Phones went up again. This was it. A public reckoning in real time. Rowan nodded once. They shot first. Ethan, practiced and polished, took his position like a runway model. His rifle whispered through the air, each shot hitting 9.9, 10, 10, 9.8. The crowd roared. The scoreboard lit up. Applause. Then Rowan stepped forward. She didn't grandstand. She didn't adjust optics or stretch theatrically. She took a breath. Then she fired. Shot 1, 10. Silence. Shot 2, 10. A ripple moved through the audience. Shot 3, 10. Celeste lowered her shades. Shot 4, 10. Ethan leaned forward, disbelief in his eyes. Shot 5, 10. The crowd forgot to breathe. Shot 6. Shot 7. Shot 8. Tens. Shot 9. 10. By now the feed had over 1 million live viewers. Comments rolled in faster than the moderators could handle. Shot 10. The final ping rang out like a hymn, pure and unflinching. A perfect 100. The digital board blinked, then updated. New range record R. Hale. No one spoke. For a full 10 seconds, there was only silence, the holy hush of awe. Then came the clapping. First from a lone spectator, then another, then dozens. Even Ethan stood, stunned, as his hands found each other and began to applaud. His face, once smug, was soft now. Humble. I was wrong, he said, loud enough for the live stream to hear. She's not just good. She's untouchable. The applause swelled. Celeste lowered her rifle and walked away. Coach Dominic Payne, a retired Marine colonel and head of Hawthorne's competitive program, approached Rowan, his boots loud on the polished floor. "Where'd you learn to shoot like that?" he asked. Rowan looked up, her voice steady. "My father, Colonel Jackson Hale, Special Forces. He taught me on a forest range in Alabama with wind in my ears and mud in my boots." The coach's face shifted. Respect. He saluted her. Others followed. Within minutes, the director of the range, General Marcus Trent, appeared, summoned by the avalanche of public reaction. He reviewed the footage, the biometric data, the access logs. Then he turned to Derek, Celeste, and several others. "You're all suspended pending investigation," he said coldly. "Skill not status defines this facility. Miss Hale's record will stand." A new digital plaque was unveiled by the door. Rowan Hale, 100/100 range record. Outside the building, reporters gathered. Inside, the former golden circle began to dissolve. Connor Blake slipped out without a word. Celeste closed her influencer app, her face pale. Tyler Reed, who once mocked Rowan's boots, now refused to make eye contact. But Ethan remained. He found her by the lockers, alone, quietly packing her rifle. "I don't deserve your time," he began, "but I need to say something. Watching you shoot today, I've never seen anything like it." Rowan looked at him, said nothing. "I grew up thinking everything had to look shiny to matter," Ethan admitted. "You show me what real looks like." She gave him a half smile. Just a flicker, but it lit something in him. "Maybe we could get coffee?" he asked, suddenly nervous. Rowan tilted her head, eyes twinkling just slightly. "Coffee's a start." The live stream picked it up. A new wave of comments poured in. "Rowan wins, Shooter Queen, coffee and courage." Over the next few weeks, things shifted. Rowan was invited back, not just as a guest, but as an instructor. Coach Payne made her an honorary advisor to the junior program. Her record remained untouched. Ethan showed up to watch her teach, then to learn, then just to be near her. 3 months later, they were engaged. Her ring was simple, elegant just like her. Their wedding was small. No flash, no sponsor banners. Just vows in a forest clearing, under the trees where her father had taught her everything. At the front gates of the Hawthorne Elite Range now stands a new plaque. Rowan Hale Shooter. Teacher. Record holder. Standard. And inside, every new member, no matter their last name or trust fund, passes under a quote engraved into the steel doors. Excellence has no dress code. And that, mister, true value is the story. 10 perfect shots, 1,000 broken assumptions, and one legend born in silence.